Oh yeah. So since we're talking about news,
Okay. Are we recording now?
yeah,
Okay.
we can go now. Okay, so this just happened a couple days ago. We didn't bring it up yet, so I'm glad. I don't know if you've heard about it, but I mean, it's still sad.
Okay.
But 27 cats were found dead in a house fire in Spokane Valley. Isn't that crazy?
I heard about that. That's
Dude.
insane.
Yeah, it is wild. And like I heard they were trying to figure out if if they were dead before the house fire.
Oh.
But the thing is, it wasn't like the whole house burned down. It was like there was a fire in the kitchen, and the firefighters went in and saw a bunch of dead cats and put out the fire. So I don't know if it was like the smoke or or what. But
How susceptible to smoke are cats?
exactly. Total number of cats was later determined to be 27. They responded to the home to assist the homeowner. Scraps responded to the home. No people were inside at the time of the house fire, so no humans got hurt.
Hey Siri, spell susceptible. S-U. Keep going. Don't mind me.
I don't see anything else about if they figured out if the cats were already dead or not. But that is insane. The amount, like, for somebody to have 27 cats.
I know. A few stories, like every few years a story like this comes up that's cat related. They have like 3 dozen cats or something.
Mm-hmm.
2 dozen cats. And it's something like, they all die. Like, I feel like a few years ago there was a similar story.
Yeah.
One of the search suggestions here was how susceptible are cats to COVID. I typed how susceptible. And it was like
funny.
Infants to COVID, newborns to COVID, blah, blah. And then one of them was cats to COVID.
Cats. That is funny.
Let's see. Cats to smoke weed? That's not it. Cats exposed to smoke are about 2 times more likely to develop lymphoma.
Oh,
A cancer. I wouldn't kill them right
2
away.
times more likely than what?
Than
humans?
Than humans, probably. The rate increases with the length of a cat that lives in a smoky household. Yeah, I'm talking like fire smoke, though.
Fire smoke.
Not like a smoker.
Well,
let's see. Fire smoke.
Fire smoke. Anyway, yeah, a lot of stuff happened in the last few days.
Most cats with smoke inhalation have a good prognosis. Estimated survival rates for animals without skin burns are approximately 90%. I would guess that they were already dead.
I would too. But for
With
that number of cats to be dead in one spot, which that's insane as well.
See, the thing is, I'm also guessing they were already dead because that's a lot of cats to take care of. Like, do you think they all survive just fine if someone's trying to take care of 27 cats in a house?
Maybe.
Also, where was the person? Did they find a homeowner or anything?
I'm sure the home belonged to somebody. But
like if
they were
no
at
one,
work.
Yeah, if no one was present or present for a while, then maybe they had been dead,
You know whose house this was? Angela from The Office.
Tragic
Yeah,
story.
Tragic.
Now it's not funny. It never was funny.
No, it's a very serious matter.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentle man, to episode 48.
Okay, that's not even close.
12.
Yeah, 12.
It's
12.
Good guess. I never know. Anyways, Gianluca is not here.
No.
He is off.
He's off duty.
Not here. He's visiting the German town of Leavenworth.
Mm-hmm. Not Germany.
In Washington State. The
Exactly.
the Pacific Northwest. The poor man's Germany.
The Germany of Washington.
Yeah.
Right?
Every state's got their Germany.
Every state's got their Germany.
Ours is probably the best. Leavenworth is awesome.
Every state's got their Chinatown. Ours is Germany. So.
Yeah. I love Leavenworth. I haven't been there.
I love Leavenworth. I have not been there.
I've been there ... in a while. A few years. 5 years maybe.
Yeah.
But I love it. This is the time of year to go.
Oh, definitely.
Actually, probably when there's snow. It's probably a little better.
Probably October is the time to go.
Yeah, I guess Oktoberfest.
But
I would go in like December.
Yeah, that'd be fun
Snow in
too.
the mountains.
The only thing is like getting over the pass.
Yeah.
But
It's
actually,
it's basically in a valley surrounded by mountains. So it's
pretty cool.
awesome.
Yeah. I've never been there for like more than a few hours.
It's a bummer.
Yeah. And
I think I stayed one night there.
And I've always been like too young to go into any of like the bars or anything like that. So
that's true. I've never done that.
So it'd be a lot of fun to go. And I wanted to go this time with them, but we were busy.
Yeah.
Like Celine couldn't make it, so.
Yeah. And someone had to do the podcast.
And somebody had to talk to you. The podcast,
Few NFL things, if I may.
You
may. My brother shared something with me last night. I don't know if you're familiar, the 49ers defensive end, Eric Armstead.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I saw about this. Keep going.
He revealed a picture of his game check, and he makes just under $400,000 a game.
Which sounds like a lot.
But a lot of money.
For an NFL player, I don't think it is a lot, right? Or is it?
Let's see.
I'll
400,000 times 18.
You keep going.
Or 17, I guess.
Yeah.
He makes just under $400,000 a game, but he lives in California, and he loses 49% of it to taxes, which is
that is insane,
a lot,
dude.
I saw something that when Tyreek Hill was a free agent and he was going to sign, was he a free agent? I don't know, but Miami made him an offer, and it was like $70 million guaranteed or something. I don't know, and then the Jets made him an offer that was more, like $76 million.
Oh, yeah.
But he picked Miami because Florida and New York.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Drastic changes.
Oh, yeah.
Drastic differences. So he went with Miami pretty much because of the tax break.
Oh, it makes sense.
I was telling my dad about this, and he's like, well, New York not only has a state income tax, but the New York City has a
city income tax?
A city income tax.
That is insane, dude.
Yeah.
I'm tired of paying taxes.
Yeah.
Dude. They take so much money.
It's insane. It's so what's the word? So
annoying. It's
so depressing.
Yeah. That would
looking at your paycheck and
yeah.
seeing how much of it you didn't get.
Yeah, literally. It's like, oh, I make $60,000 a year, but I don't actually get that.
Yeah.
Not that I make that. Okay, I'm not doing that well, but
hey. Yeah, my first paycheck I got with one of my jobs recently. I looked at how much and I was like, oh, like $800 was taken out.
Yeah, isn't that crazy,
what?
Dude?
Yeah,
it's insane.
It sucks.
Yeah. Okay, so I looked up the average NFL salary per game. It says the median wage for all NFL players is $860,000, but that's not per game, so I didn't actually look it up.
So, here's my question. So, okay, 400,000. He said just under 400,000.
Is he a rookie or is he a?
I don't know. I'd guess not.
What was his name?
Eric Armstead.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a rookie.
Ah, dang it. So $400,000 times 17 weeks is $6.8 million.
Okay, so he makes a decent amount.
But they signed him to a year. It's like a year salary. But so if they make the playoffs, they're making less per game technically, right?
Oh, because maybe they get bonuses, like playoff bonuses or something.
Oh yeah, maybe they do. I think I've heard of that actually.
Yeah, I know players get bonuses based off like wide receivers if they get 1,000 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
Like incentive to do well or something.
Gino got a bonus last year because I think it was passing yards.
Oh, nice.
He barely passed it. Or maybe, I feel like it was one of the receivers. Like he was trying, Noah Fant or something. I don't know. He was trying to get him the ball in the last week because he knew if he got like 20 more yards, he got, a $500,000 bonus or something.
Dang.
It was something. Gianluca would probably remember.
I've heard of other quarterbacks doing that for their wide receivers and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's insane how much that guy had. Yeah, what did you say? 49% of his salary went to taxes.
49%.
I was actually telling Celine about that yesterday. And yeah, it is insane.
Yeah. The Bears just signed Montez Sweat to a deal after trading for him.
Oh, wow.
I thought the Seahawks were going to try and get them. There was a lot of talk I saw on Twitter about trading for him or guess Sweat is maybe how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Or Chase Young.
Dude, the 49ers defense is insane now.
I am genuinely upset that they got Chase Young for only a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Which I brought it up to someone else, and they're like, well, he's injury prone, and like he's not as good as he was. Because he was drafted like 2nd overall.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently he's not as good or injury prone. So I was like, I guess so. But still, look at the 49ers defense now.
Yeah,
That's unfair.
now he doesn't have to like carry his defense,
Yeah.
you know?
Him and Nick Bosa.
Yeah, like defenses already had to worry about Nick Bosa, and now they've got Chase Young. And I'm sure there's other players on the 49ers defense that I don't know about.
Whoever their linebacker is, Fred Warner.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah. That's insane.
It's going to be interesting. We play the Ravens this week. That'll be the games. You know what? Okay, the games this week are insane. We have Eagles Cowboys play Sunday night, which is good. It's prime time.
Game.
Bengals Bills.
Yeah.
I don't know when they play. I don't think it's prime time.
I thought it was
because the other big game is the Chiefs Dolphins, and they play at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday.
Do they really?
Yeah. Like, that should be a Monday night game or a Thursday night game.
Dang.
But all of the Thursday night games are the Bears or the Giants or the Jets or the Panthers, all these teams that they kind of thought would be good, but aren't.
Yeah, Cincinnati plays 5:20 on Sunday. The Buffalo and the Bengals.
Who's the Sunday night game?
I think that's it.
So where'd they move Dallas and...
Dallas and Philly are Sunday at 1:25.
Okay. I wish they'd... Who's Monday night this week?
Monday night this week is the Chargers and the Jets.
That's right. Yeah, Jets again. There you go.
That's kind of crazy. Well,
so,
yeah.
I don't know.
The Jets got all these games because they thought Aaron Rodgers was going to be QB.
Yeah, which that's fair. But what's dumb is, okay, you can make the schedule that way, but can you flex them now that it's not happening?
Right.
Because I think they have to flex games 2 weeks in advance.
Oh, really?
But this last Thursday game was the Titans and the Steelers, and it was better than I expected. Like, the Steelers' first drive of the game went all the way down, took a lot of time, scored a touchdown. I was like, nice. They put together a good drive.
Yeah.
Titans, I think, did the same thing but settled for a field goal. It was a decent game. But then next week is like the Bears, Panthers, I want to say. It's like,
that's no good.
Come on.
I don't think the Panthers have won a game yet.
No, they won last week against the Texans.
Did they really?
Because that was it was
Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud.
The first 2 overall picks. So that was I think that was their first win.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to. Don't quote me.
Huh? Still 1-6, 1-7, whatever they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Halloween just happened.
Yes.
What'd you do for Halloween?
I sat at home and watched baseball.
Oh yeah, World Series was happening.
Yeah, it was the second to last game. It was Game 4. They won it the next day. But
who won it? The
Texas Rangers.
Rangers. Okay.
Yeah, a little disappointed. I was going for the Diamondbacks. Just because like the Rangers, boy, cold,
tough,
sniffly. The Rangers have beat the Mariners a lot this year, and they're in our division. And they were the ones that beat us to end the year and knock us out of playoff contention.
Oh dang!
So it's like, I don't like them.
Well, at least it was like, oh, they won the whole thing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. It was like, well, we couldn't get past them. We couldn't do anything.
Nobody can get past them.
Exactly.
So,
they were an amazing team, but the Diamondbacks, the Mariners made a trade with this year. So like our former closer was on the Diamondbacks team now in the World Series,
nice.
Which was pretty cool to see because it was like, it was bittersweet because it's like, oh, we traded him and now he's in the World Series.
Yeah.
But it was also like he deserves it. Like he's like the most passionate Mariners player.
Oh,
like
nice.
I think of anyone that wanted to be a Mariner, like he really wanted to be a Mariner.
Dang,
and he was really sad to get
away.
traded. Yeah. There was a story like way after it happened, he was telling someone that he was in the SeaTac airport like right after he got traded to fly to Arizona, and he had to like put on sunglasses because he kept seeing all these Mariners fans that would like come up and talk to him and like say hi or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like crying, so he had to put on sunglasses and like
Dang.
cover up because he was just so like he didn't want to leave.
That's sad.
But
That's brutal.
he blew it in the World Series for him. Like he was literally,
Oh, really? He blew it.
he was literally perfect the whole postseason. He hadn't allowed a run. He had a 0 ERA, as good as you can be.
Yeah.
And game 1 of the World Series, 9th inning, he gave up a 2-run homer that like tied the game, and then someone else 2 innings later hit a walk-off. So he
Dang.
lost them the game that time.
Is it really like his fault, you know?
I mean, mostly.
Dang.
Because like he pitched the whole inning, it pretty much, it's all his fault. Because he
Dang.
pitched the whole inning, he was responsible for all the runners that got on. Like he got a walk, a base hit, whatever, and then the home run. And then in game 5, he was the last one to pitch and couldn't put it away for him, you know. Or, like couldn't keep. They lost 5-0, and they had chances to win earlier in the game. But so it was kind of sad to see.
Mm.
It's like, man, he's better than this, you know.
Dang, that's pretty crazy.
But
I'm not super into baseball or anything, so I don't know how like it all works. Is it like when somebody like that, like a closer, it's really like all his fault or whatever? Because like I get that he's the only one that's pitching, he's the only one with the ball in his hands and stuff like that. So like, is baseball more of like a individual sport rather than a team sport?
Yeah, I think more than football because like, the pitcher, when he throws the pitch, like it is on him. You know, if it's a home run or a strikeout, like he gets credit or he gets blamed.
Can they switch pitchers in the middle of an inning?
Yeah, they can. But they have a rule. Excuse me. They have a rule now where a pitcher has to face at least 3 batters.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they can't bring him in because baseball's a huge lefty versus righty thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so they can't bring a pitcher in just to face 1 batter. Like, now he has to stay and face at least 3 before you can switch him. And they can't switch him middle of an at-bat. He has to, like, finish the at-bat, you know.
Oh, like they see who's coming up to bat and, like, they can't switch
Well,
pitches.
they can switch before the first pitch, but once he throws, like, the first pitch to the batter, he has to finish out that batter.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Strike him out.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But, yeah, so it's very much then, like, you know, on the offensive side, like, the person at bat, it's all him. Like, if he gets a hit or whatever, strike, like, it's very one-on-one.
Yeah.
But then also, like, there's a team element where everyone has to hit for themselves and, like, everyone together. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't just have one person batting good because that's not going to win you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think it's more one-on-one than football is.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I guess like football definitely has its not one-on-one, but like individual players, like the quarterback. You know? If you have a bad quarterback, you're not going to be a great football team. So,
but the thing with football is that every single play involves at least 2 people. Mm-hmm. Man, what is that?
I don't know.
Hold on. I don't know. It's like both of our mics.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of these cords. That's just annoying. Anyways, football is at least involved with 2 people. Because, like, the quarterback, you know, if you take, like, one individual play in baseball, 1 hit is all that batter, or 1 out is all the pitcher, or if it's a ground out, then it's, you know, 2 people or whatever. But football, it's like he throws it or he hands it off to someone else who shares the load of the play.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more
team. Oh, definitely, yeah. But what I don't get about baseball is, like, if a pitcher's not doing well, do they sub him out after 3 batters?
I mean, it depends, like, how high the stakes are and everything, because they, like, this last game, it was game 5, but the Rangers needed to win only 1 more game to win the World Series. So both teams were doing everything they could to win, because the Diamondbacks are fighting for their life, and the Rangers are like, we're going to give it all so we can win this 1 game, so we don't have to go, win more. And so they were like they kept both their starting pitchers until like the 6th or 7th inning, but then switched like through 5 more.
Oh well.
And so they'll look at the matchups, like if the guy coming up is a left-handed batter and they want to switch the pitcher, then they'll do that and then keep him in for 3 and then switch again, you know. So it is a lot of matchups, like who versus who, and or like how well someone is doing. It's a lot of statistics they've done these days, you know.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Not a big baseball fan.
It's way more involved than people realize.
Oh,
like,
I'm sure it is.
Just which is kind of frustrating. Like, you know, they're like the general idea is like, oh, baseball's so boring, and then they do all these rule changes to make it more interesting. But it's like if you're like a true fan, then you understand how much goes into it, and then you just love
definitely.
it for what it is, and you don't need all this changes to make it interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure like most people, like going to baseball games is fun. Yeah, but I don't know. I can't get into it. But that's what I thought about golf too. And then I'm into golf now.
They were talking on the Ghost Runners podcast. I think Brad, he was saying, he's like, every pitch, like so much hinges on every single pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
And which is that got me way more excited for it, you know. And I already was, because like I watched every game of the World Series, just like so into every single thing.
Nice.
But yeah, because every single pitch could drastically change a large part of the game. Yeah. And where you know you're just watching at home and it's like, oh my gosh, just one after another after another. Oh, they got out again. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You could like leave the room and come back and be like, oh, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Yep.
But yeah. Speaking of golf, did I mention last week that I watched the Full Swing documentary?
I think so. Who's it about?
The Full Swing documentary it's a golf documentary, and it's about like, I don't know, 10 different golfers, 12 different golfers or whatever, and stuff, and they just go through like the golf like PGA tours and whatnot, and it's really fun. And then, I mean, it's a great documentary, but it got me like excited to go golf and stuff. Yeah. But it's like the end of the year, end of the season for golfing and stuff, and I don't know. You should watch it. It'd be pretty fun, because like I don't know much about golf or how that all works. Yeah. Like I know how to play golf, but like
all of it.
But professional golf, like I don't know the tournaments. I don't know how they keep track. All this stuff.
Yeah, there's still a lot more I don't know.
Oh yeah, and so it's cool to like see how that all works, and like they talk about how much money like each golfer wins if they like win the tournament or if they get second or something like that. And it's crazy. Like one weekend you can make like $2 million.
Jeez,
it's crazy.
And
or like you could get nothing. Like you could like spend a ton of money going to the tournament, practicing like for the golf tournament, and then come away with nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy, because golfers will play for 10 years before finally like breaking even or making their big buck, and then it's like now you're set. Yeah, but it took so long of making nothing. To get there.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
That's amazing.
And then the whole thing like with Live Golf or whatever, like, do you know much about that?
No, what is that?
So there's like the PGA. People who know more than me are like, oh, you don't know anything. Yeah, but like there's the PGA, and then there's like it's like the Saudi backed golf that like just started this year or like beginning of recently. Yeah. And it's a big controversy because it's like, oh wow, like a bunch of players from the PGA are going to play with Live Golf because they got a contract or something. And it's like, wow, you're going to go play for them and like support their like human rights, like how bad their human rights are in Saudi Arabia or whatever and stuff. And like, so this big controversy of like, wow, like you shouldn't go play there, you shouldn't and stuff. And so, and then it changes a lot of stuff like for golf and everything, because I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff I don't know, but anyway, it's interesting because they bring it up on the documentary and stuff, and they see, and all these reporters are asking the golfers like, oh, so you're playing for Live Golf, like do you realize they do this and this? And the golfers are like, listen, we're just here to play golf and stuff. And it's like, we don't need to talk about this.
Don't get involved in the politics of it.
Yeah, anyway, because then it's like I was talking to Celine about it just briefly, and I was like, okay, all these people are talking about how, like, the Saudis or whatever, like, they're not a great country, or they're like,
Yeah.
the money isn't good money or anything. It's not
Oh,
clean
yeah,
money or
yeah,
something,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like, how clean is America's money, you know?
Yeah.
If you want to get into the
Yeah.
nitty gritty of it, you know, like, are we really that great? So,
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
want to talk about clean money.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
Jeez.
It's all interesting,
Yeah.
but that's about the extent of my knowledge on the live golf and whatnot.
Yeah, speaking of end of the season, man, like ever since the tournament, because that was the last time we played, my boss just sent us an Instagram reel link to our group chat. Like every once in a while he'll just send memes.
That's pretty funny.
And I'm like, all right.
That's okay.
Hold on, real quick. He sent this one last Friday. It's like the interviewer says, "Any experience operating heavy machinery?" Guy says, "Does your mom count?" Interviewer, "You're hired."
That's pretty funny.
It was random stuff. Anyways,
That's funny.
yeah, ever since the golf tournament we did in like 3 weeks ago now, probably, I was like, I need to redeem myself since then, you know?
Yeah.
But I've just really wanted to go to the driving range.
Yeah.
And like this weekend, if it was nicer, I probably would.
Yeah.
Maybe next weekend, I don't know. Like they're probably open today. It's just rainy.
Yeah.
I don't really have time. But we were driving up to Chuila, so we drove by the Windermere Golf Course yesterday.
Yeah.
And like we drive by it at like 5 something in the morning, so it's pitch dark. But my brother's like, "There's people down there golfing," and I'm like, "There's no way. It's still dark." Like,
Yeah.
It's like, "Well, there's people at the clubhouse." And then when we
Dang.
came back later at like 2, there were like plenty of cars to see like people were golfing.
Dang.
And like it warmed up to like 50 something yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you woke up and started the day, you're like, "Oh, there's no way," because it's rainy, it's cold, it's foggy. But then it kind of warms up, and it's like, yeah, we could go play 9 holes. Like it's nice enough.
Yeah.
You dress for it.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
definitely. Yeah. As long as, like, well, honestly, as long as there's not snow on the ground, then, like, I feel like I could golf in any weather.
Which, granted, it's a lot harder to find your balls because it's so many leaves.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But, like, I get the itch because it's coming towards the end of the year, and you're just like, I want to golf, even though it's, like, you're not going to be able to golf now for 6 months or 5 months or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
so
definitely.
You got to do it while you can.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Celine just texted me, actually sent me a bunch of texts, and I was wondering because our Wi-Fi went out just a little bit ago, and I just saw all these texts, and she was like, "Can you flip the breaker downstairs?" Because our kitchen breaker will, like, if you run the microwave and the toaster at the same time, it'll, like, flip the breaker. And so I guess that's what happened. But she said she got it. So
nice.
Yeah,
You
and the
gotta
Wi-Fi's
get
back. So
your brother-in-law to look at that.
yeah, well, this house, it's an old one.
Yep.
I'd have to rewire the whole thing.
Got it.
But yeah, I mean, eventually,
Yeah.
I want to get some stuff done in this house.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just gonna say something about golf. What was it, dude? Do you hear that?
Yeah,
That's
I do.
insane.
I don't know if it's just our headphones or if it's the mic. So I'm curious if like
Hopefully, it's not
you
super
can
loud.
hear. Yeah. If you can, because if it's just our headphones, then it's just us that have to deal with it, and like people actually listening to the podcast.
Oh, don't hear it
you
and
know.
think we're crazy.
Exactly.
Great. Well, all that came from Halloween.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I did for Halloween.
Yeah. What did you do, Harlan?
Celine and I were gonna stay home and hand out candy or hand out Rice Krispie treats or whatever, and then I texted Mariella, or I was playing cup pong with Mariella or whatever, and I was like, "What are you doing tonight?" And she said nothing. So I was like, "Oh, you guys should come over, like my parents and stuff."
Nice.
But then we ended up going over to their house. We watched Coco and helped pass out candy for a little bit.
Nice.
Like my parents put out a fire in their front yard, like did a little bonfire and then handed out candy. But so we left a bowl of Rice Krispie treats outside of our house.
Yeah.
And when we got back, the bowl had a Skittles in it and like an Airhead in it and then some trash. And I was like, how did we get candy?
Yeah.
When we put out like a bowl of
They
Rice
think it's
Krispie
like a
treats.
trade.
Yeah, exactly. So I was
Like,
like,
oh, Rice Krispies, that's a high price. I'll trade you some.
I'll trade you something for this.
What an
Rice
honest
Krispie.
country.
I know.
Honest neighborhood you're in.
I was like, what the heck? That was
There's
pretty
just
funny.
money.
Yeah.
Cold hard cash.
Yeah.
But all the Rice Krispies were gone?
Yeah. And we didn't put out the sign that said take one. So could have been one kid.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll give a piece of candy for 15 Rice Krispies.
He just takes them all. He's like, I guess I should leave something in return.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, like, the bowl was gone or something. That's what I would have guessed.
Dude, on the way home, like, we were about to, like, arrive at our driveway or whatever. And I was like, how much money do you want to bet that the bowl is gone?
Mm-hmm.
And Celine was like, I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
But it was still there. So
Good.
we live in a pretty good neighborhood.
Yeah, honest neighborhood.
Yeah. But yeah, Halloween was pretty chill this year.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do a whole ton.
Yeah, I don't ever really do anything. I think, like, last year we all went to Bruggs.
I think so, yeah.
Nothing like that this year.
Yep.
Also, I think Bruggs is in...
Oh, she's in Italy, Germany. She's out of town.
She's
out of the
I
country.
want to say Italy.
Yeah. I was talking to her about it.
Yeah,
a
Ravenna.
couple- yeah, I was talking to her about it like a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something like that. Because her and Isabel came over here and just we all chatted or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, in 2 weeks I'm going like to Europe," and I was like, "Oh, fun."
Yeah. Who's she going with? Do you know?
I think her mom.
I know Mr. Bruggs is here in Benji.
Yeah, I think. Shoot, it was somebody else. A couple other people maybe. It's for. One of her mom's friends' daughter's graduation.
Oh,
I don't know,
nice.
something like that.
An excuse, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, something. But they're traveling and whatnot. But it was fun.
Dang.
For them.
I had some work done on my car by Caleb. This is basically just a shout out to him because he's awesome.
Yeah.
But he works at Clark's. And I told him a while ago, I was like, hey, I have this thing with my car. What's wrong with it? And like, I think I've told you, sometimes it feels like it's rattling, like the tires are rattling.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, there's just some bolts that you need tightened. They just loosen over time. It's no big deal. So I told him, I was like, there's that. I need an oil change, which you could just do all at the same time. Like my blinker's out. I have some lights that pop up on the dash every time I drive.
Oh, yeah.
And my brakes squeak.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he was like, yeah, bring it in. And it was a week that I was in Wenatchee. So I dropped it off at Clark's. It was there all week. I go back on Friday, and Caleb was like, yeah, I'll be here, whatever, what time. And then I walked in, the guy's like, oh, yeah, he's, like, not here today, but he told me, like, here's the keys, whatever. He's like, I don't know what he did with it. He did it all on his own time. It's like,
Dang.
what a guy. And so then I, like, texted him. I was like, dude, thank you so much. How much do I owe you, whatever? And he, like, didn't finish all, like, he did the oil change, but then the lights came back on, so he was like, I need to look at those again. And the brakes, he was like, the front brakes are pretty much completely gone.
Oh, wow.
But the back ones are the ones that you need the most, so I don't need it. But he's like, you could still get them replaced.
Yeah.
So, but he, just did it all on his own time. I was like, what a guy.
That's a nice guy right there.
But
Caleb's
I
a
wondered
cool
if he was on that trip because I've been waiting to hear back from him for when I can take it in next or when he can finish it up.
guy. I don't think he's on that trip,
Yeah.
but I could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
But that's nice.
Yeah,
Nice
what a
one.
guy.
Yeah.
I was like,
Dude,
I
he's
owe
fun.
you.
I want to hang out with him
I
more,
know.
but
Go
Just-
to Clark's.
just go to Clark's, hang out with them at work.
Just kind of ruin your car.
Hey, man. Bring your friend to work day.
Just like, hey, I'm with Caleb.
Yeah. We're just hanging out.
Just shadowing him.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Speaking of car stuff, I was at work like what day was it? Tuesday, I think. And no, it was Monday.
It was
And-
Monday.
Yeah, I went to work Monday, guys.
Good for you.
Went to work Monday. Anyway,
Unusual.
so we like work up on. It's not like a hill, but like at this job site, you have where you're working, and then you have to park your car like down this little hill and stuff, and like far away. It's on Magnesium in Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was working over there.
I drove by there one time when you were working. I was like, I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't know. I was there, but anyway. So I go get my car at the end of the day and
Yeah.
leave my tools up there so I don't have to haul them back and forth up the hill, and go to pick up my tools and notice, oh, my tire's completely flat.
Oh.
Or whatever. And yeah, so I tried to change it or whatever, tried to change my tire, and the little 4-way wrench thing, thing, like didn't fit the bolts on my car or on my tire or whatever, didn't fit. So I was like, that's nice. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, luckily the journeyman that was there was like staying late, and I just used a compressor and like filled up my car or my tire, and then drove to Les Schwab. They fixed it for free.
Nice. Was there a nail or something?
Yeah, there was a nail in it.
Job sites.
Dude, yeah. It's stupid. I'm convinced. Actually, obviously at job sites you're gonna get nails in your tires, but it was done. Like, I tried so many different things to like get to switch the tire or whatever, and it's like bought all these stuff for nothing. Oh, because I also tried to use the jack that I bought, because I have a different jack in my car, one that didn't come with the car or whatever, and I couldn't figure that out either. I'm sure it was just something that I missed. I don't know. I'm not a car guy, but
not Caleb.
I know how to change a tire.
Yeah.
It's just I couldn't.
I couldn't figure it out.
I couldn't figure it out, but I know. But and what I didn't realize is like a lot of cars, they come with a jack. Did you know that? Yeah. It was like, so that's what I ended up using was the jack that came with my car and stuff, and I was like, this is way easier and way smaller than the jack that I bought.
Oh, yeah. They're tiny. Yeah. Sometimes too small. Not very practical.
Yeah, but it was like super easy to jack up the car. Like it was a little knob, and I just twisted it, and it was like raising my car. I was like, I wonder the science behind this.
You didn't have to like, because sometimes you do that knob enough till it like makes contact with the car, and then you have to actually get the crank.
No, dude, I could twist it with my hand, with like
I'm intrigued.
And like eventually I had to get my screwdriver and like do it, but like it was jacking up my car, and I was like,
wow,
and I was like, this is weird. But
maybe you're just strong.
I don't know. Finger strength, pretty good. Yeah, but
that's amazing. I'd like to know the science behind that.
Yeah,
if you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're a scientist,
if you're a jack scientist.
Yeah, if you're a jack of all trades.
Got him.
Yeah, I don't know if you have life insurance or not.
No, I don't. I haven't had it for a few years. My mom's really worried. I'm like, nothing's gonna happen to me.
Well, I don't know. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't know if you need it unless you have somebody that's like dependent on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have been so I switched bank accounts recently, and I forgot that the payment for my life insurance was coming out of my old one. Yeah. And I didn't change it over. And so like I've been trying to log into my account to like change it. Yeah. And the account was like, oh, you need to register with us in order to like change your account, because I did the forgot password because I couldn't log in, and I was like, I'm paying. How do I not?
You're taking my money. I have an account. I have an somehow.
Account. So like I'm supposed to call this number or whatever, and I just haven't yet. But it's been really annoying.
Speaking of having to call someone and I haven't, I got an email from Chike like 4 days ago.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, your order shipped, and I was like, I didn't place an order. And like I kind of look into the email, and I realized it was I signed up a while ago for free samples, when they're trying new stuff. Mm-hmm. So I got one at the time months ago. Yeah. And then I guess they just automatically did another one, and it got sent. And so I was really concerned, but now I'm not so concerned because it's just a free sample pack.
Oh yeah.
But it's going to my old address.
Oh, the apartment? Yeah. Or whatever? That's funny.
Which I have, like, that as an address. I have our old apartment on Mansfield, and then I have my parents', but the default is my last one, my apartment. So I need to call and be like, yeah, I won't get it. Yeah. Like, if you want to send it again to this address, that'd be awesome, but you don't have to if it's a free sample. But, yeah, it was, because I thought I changed all my addresses for...
Dude, they probably have something, but they need to... make it more public if they do about like there's one thing you go to change all of your addresses, and because like all these different accounts that you have, like Amazon, whatever shipping, Shopify or whatever,
credit cards, bank,
one spot where you go and change it, and it changes everything for you.
And does it actually exist?
Maybe, I don't know,
because how can someone
you'd have to link it to something.
Yeah, you'd have to link it to all your accounts probably. Yeah. Something like Mint or like one of those apps. Oh yeah. Because they're already kind of linked to everything, I feel like. Yeah. I don't know in that way, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a life changer.
Also, with banks, I don't know why you can't close one account and open an account at the same like bank,
Uh-huh.
and they can't just transfer all your automatic payments to that new account, or even if it's different banks or something.
Yeah.
Why? Because you have to, if you close an account, they can't like change your automatic payments. You have to go.
You have to.
You have to go in and change all your automatic payments or any payments to the new account. They can't do it. And I don't know why that's the thing.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that's like you have to authorize it yourself.
I mean, yeah,
So I guess kind of makes sense.
yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it does, but
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Just do it for me.
Just do
I
everything.
give you
for me,
permission.
guys. Yeah.
That is annoying. Yeah, changing addresses. I've had to do it a lot in the last like 3 years because we moved a lot.
Oh yeah, dude. That's why I'm like having a house it's nice.
Yeah.
Cause,
You're like last time I changed.
dude, yeah.
For now.
I was talking to one of my coworkers who bought a house recently, and he was like, and he actually has never had his own like washer or dryer. So he brought it up. He was like, man, isn't it nice just having your own washing machine and stuff that you can like be dirty from work and then go home and throw your dirty clothes in the washing machine. And I was like, well, I've always had my own washing machine, but it's nice and stuff. And like, it's just like, it's nice knowing nobody's just gonna like come in the house, or like not come in the house, but like, you know, not make noise above you.
Yeah,
or like not,
or
like,
just get your clothes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, because that was, I mean, yeah, imagine not having your own. Yeah. Like, have an apartment complex or something, and you have to go use all these that everyone's using. Like, you have to go, what if they're all busy? Then you got to come back at a different time. Like, what if you have to wash clothes then?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And then you just come back and someone's like moved yours from the washer. It's like,
yeah,
that makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, it's just, it's nice, like, having your own place, because even at an apartment complex or something, it's like, okay, you're in your living room, but like you see people walk right outside your living room. It's like, okay, you don't feel like you have complete privacy or whatever, you know. And it's like a house, no one's gonna, I mean, people are gonna walk by your window, but like
it's way different.
It's completely different.
Yep.
So it's nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, but yeah,
I almost fell off a ladder.
Oh, that's fun.
It was exhilarating. Not in a good way. It was terrifying, dude.
I bet, dude.
This happened a while ago. I just completely forgot to talk about it. But we were working in Wenatchee, and I was on an extension ladder.
Oh, great.
And not even that high up. Like, this was kind of a short extension ladder. It was in, like, their metal shop.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was, like, cement floors. So it was cement? I don't know why I said that weird.
Cement, and I was like, oh, it's cement, but
I
sure.
don't know why I said that. But it was, like, kind of slick. Kind of.
Oh, yeah.
And just leaning against the wall. And wasn't extended. Like, I was probably, my feet were probably like 8 feet off the ground. Not crazy high.
Huh,
but
high.
I was leaned against the wall, like working on the speaker, and adjusted myself to come down. And it kicked out probably 8 inches to a foot.
Oh, yeah.
And my heart rate jumped to like 160.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. And I immediately like climbed down and then just like hands on the knees, like catch my breath, like, oh my goodness. Quinn's like, what? And I'm like, dude, the ladder almost just slid out from under me.
Yeah. Anytime that happens where like you're on a ladder or anything and it just like moves and you could just fall, it's like, like scares you half to death.
Yeah. And the thing, I was thinking about it because like if you're on an A-frame ladder and it tips over, you can at least jump away from it and kind of catch yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're on an extension ladder and it falls out from under you, you're falling like you could break a leg or something.
Oh yeah.
Because you're just falling down with it. Your ankle gets caught under it or something, and then all your body weight on top of that, like that, because you can't really, if your momentum's already going down, you can't jump away from it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Like, that's the one that would suck.
Yeah, I saw a video, like, yesterday where somebody was on an extension ladder and they fell, and as they were falling, one of their legs, like, it didn't get caught, but, like, went in between one of the two steps, and then he, like, still fell and landed super hard, but he didn't, like, snap his leg or anything, but I was like, that was close. And it was funny because, like, he lays there for a second, like landed pretty hard on his shoulder, like body is kind of twisted in a weird way, and then his wife or somebody walks out and is like, "Did you just fall off the ladder?" He like gets up. He's like, "No." He was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And like the video was like he's taking all of his like strength to make it look like he's fine and stuff. And it was pretty funny. Anyway, I looked up height of most ladder injuries.
Oh yeah.
And most ladder deaths are falls from 10 feet or less. So,
Deaths? Holy craps.
Yeah. So
I gotta get up higher.
Yeah. The higher you are, the safer you are.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, actually.
It's probably because most people aren't doing stuff from 10 feet or higher.
Yeah. But how do you die from 10 feet or lower?
I mean, fall on your head or something. You could fall backwards and smash your head against the ground pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess maybe head and neck injuries are probably what it is.
Probably.
I guess those are important.
I guess. But.
Jeez Louise.
I have something else. I mean, Christmas is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up.
Kind of. It's almost, it's a little less than 2 months.
I'm not ready to get into the Christmas season yet.
People, November 1st hit, and everyone's like, Christmas time. I'm like, no, it's not. It's November 1st.
Yeah.
We have almost a month until Thanksgiving, and then you can say it's Christmas.
Oh, yeah. It's not Christmas time until December 1st. I think that's what I'm establishing.
I think after Thanksgiving is okay.
Yeah.
Just not before Thanksgiving. You cannot forget about that precious holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the Mayflowers.
Of the flowers in May.
I went into the gym the other day, and the guy was like, just right off the bat, without like, hey dude, he was just like, Halloween or Thanksgiving. And I was like, oh, Thanksgiving every single time.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, the food is the best meal ever. And I didn't say this, but I was like, I don't care for Halloween and never have.
Yeah.
I was never really one to dress up. And although, dude, some of the costumes I saw on TikTok this year are amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Like, did you see the kid that dressed up as Mike McDaniels?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Like, did the trot, or the run he did?
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
There was, you probably remember the video, like, this couple is outside, like, in New York City. It's, like, middle of the night or something, and it had snowed. This couple's out jogging. And this lady's interviewing them, and she's like, the lady being interviewed, she's it's the perfect texture.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
There was someone that dressed up as them, and there's like
funny.
someone interviewing them, and they overlaid the audio.
That is pretty funny, dude.
That's
hilarious.
There have been a lot of people that dressed up as the scene from Nacho Libre, I think it is. Is that a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Where the nun is like, are those your recreation clothes? And he like turns so that his front is to the wall, and then he like clenches his butt. It's like this elastic sound. It's like whoosh. I'll show you afterwards.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
There are a lot of people that dressed up as like that. There's a few like memes that people have dressed up as, and they're hilarious.
Dude, yes. Yeah, I saw some pretty good costumes. There was one that was posted in the Ghost Runners Facebook page, I think.
Oh yeah.
And it was like the kids dressed up as the Chiefs. Like players and coaches or whatever.
Oh.
And there was this little kid that looked like Andy Reid, and it was so funny because he has this huge mustache on.
That's awesome.
Hilarious.
Yeah, people are just beyond creative this year. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I looked up if Halloween is a national holiday, or a federal holiday, and it's not, which is probably why we don't get the day off for it.
Yeah. What's it considered then?
I think it's still a holiday, but it's not a federal holiday.
Okay.
So, it's kind of dumb.
Oh, there were kids that... This is a little political, but there were kids that dressed up as Joe Biden. There's one kid that's wearing, like, a rubber Joe Biden mask. And then there's, like, 3 kids that are Secret Service.
Oh, that's really funny.
And they're, like, directing, like, oh, no, over here, Mr. President, you know? Yeah. And he, like, can't see where he's going, so he's just, like, stumbling.
That is hilarious.
And he walks up to a trash can and opens his bag of candy. He's like, no, over here. There's all these parents, like, filming.
That is so funny. That's a genius idea.
All right? Like, people are good.
Funny, dude. Yeah. Have you seen the clip of, like, in Chicken Little when the mayor, like, doesn't know what to say or whatever, and, like...
I don't remember. I don't really remember that.
Well, it's, like, the guards or Secret Service or whatever are, like, holding up cards for the turkey to say.
Oh.
And stuff, and it's just, like... And then it's just, like... they reenact it where like Joe Biden is doing that.
Oh,
or
that's
whatever.
awesome.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But that's actually a movie I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Chicken Little. I wouldn't mind watching that.
I know, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of this little kid dressed up as Russell from Up.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Dude, Rainier would be good.
Right?
Russell.
looks just like him.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, dude, that's funny.
the balloons and everything.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, people are creative this year. That's
Yeah.
all I'll say.
That's all I'll say. I went to Nashville North last night,
Yeah.
which is a bar
Little country bar.
a little country bar. Never been there before. It was pretty fun, but just extremely loud.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of have like a scratchy voice today or whatever, because I was
yelling.
talking to people. Yeah, yelling at people trying
Yeah.
to talk to them. Like, and it was just like, it's too loud in here. Anyway, but something I have a theory on is that like, and I don't know how good of a theory it is because I haven't been to a lot of bars or like clubs or
Yeah.
country bars or whatever, but like they're like not that great of establishments. Like looking at them, like there's a lot of like, I don't want to say dingy, but like just stuff that if you saw during the day, you'd be like, why is this here? Why
Yeah.
is this open? Like
How
a
is this
bunch of
business
pipes
open?
and stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and stuff, but like people don't notice it because it's way too loud, and so their senses are all
And
thrown
way too
off
dark.
and way too dark.
Yep.
And so it's like I was noticing that
Interesting.
yesterday. Like there was just like kind of like a janitor closet, but just like out in the open in like Nashville North or whatever, and it's just like I don't know, like
That wouldn't exist at any other business.
exactly, yeah.
Except like a night bar.
Yeah. And so that's my theory is that
That's an interesting, yeah.
I don't know. Let me know if anybody goes to bars how dingy it is.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Something they can get away with, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Because, yeah, people don't notice.
Yeah.
You don't,
Exactly.
yeah, you won't see it unless you're right up there next to it or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking of being too loud, they like just opened this Spokane Live, it's called, out at Airway Heights. It's part of like the remodel they did, an add-on. And it's this giant room that they'll use for concerts and all this. And like right, the first event they had, I think, was Flo Rida,
Oh.
I want to say. And my brother's girlfriend went out there. And this is like the day after we had been working there, like finishing it up. Whatever.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of cool. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, nice. She went there. How was it? And he was like, oh, she said like she was deaf. It was so loud she couldn't hear anything.
Dang.
And I was like, yeah, I've been to concerts and they're loud, but I'm curious, like, really how loud that was, or like
Yeah.
National.
Oh yeah.
Because something that's pretty cool that I'll do, like the Apple Watch has the decibel reader.
Oh yeah.
So I'll pull it out and like see how really loud it is.
Oh nice.
Because like, do you remember when we talked about Brianna and her wedding, and they were like 85 decibels or whatever?
Yeah.
Like the wedding I went to after that, I pulled it out and saw how loud it was.
What was
And I think I texted Gianluca at the time, but it was like, I mean, they're playing music at like 110 or 105 or something.
Yeah.
But 85, like us talking right now, is probably 85 decibels.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Which you think about this level to loudly playing music is 20 decibel difference. That's insane.
Yeah.
That seems like way more than 20.
Oh yeah. It
Nope.
would actually. It's probably like temperature. It's like okay, like it's
Yeah.
nice in here, and then 10 degrees like warmer. You don't really feel it. But
Yeah, that's
or, like,
true.
20 degrees warmer. It's like okay.
It's significant. Like
Yeah.
40 to 60, big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't know.
That's a good point.
I don't know.
Right now we're at 78,
Decibels
72. Yeah, of course that's me, and I'm talking right next to it. So,
still.
but for a wedding, that would suck.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know if I'm just realizing this or what, but kids are getting crazier these days, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I was talking to Bruggs and Isabel
Uh-huh.
about it, and like apparently I might have brought this up last week, but like some kids were like stabbing people downtown
Oh my
or
gosh.
whatever, and like and Bruggs was saying there's this new stadium downtown.
Yeah.
Um,
Podium.
Yeah.
The podium.
No, I don't think
Okay,
it's Podium.
never mind.
There is something called the Podium.
It's
but
right across the street from the arena.
Yeah, it's it might be named the Podium. I don't think it is, but
Okay, fine.
But, like, kids were, like, climbing fences to get in and stuff, which isn't, like, crazy, but, like...
I didn't do that as a kid.
Well, some kids did.
Okay.
But, no, they, like, are just, like, breaking sinks and breaking stuff in bathrooms and stuff. And, like, stealing a bunch of food from concession stands. And Bruggs was saying, because she was working there, and she was saying that there's, like, a side with a bunch of food stuff on it, and then on the complete other side of the arena or whatever it is, there is, like, I think it's a Dippin' Dots stand or something like that. And it's stupid because it's, like, the only thing over there.
Yeah.
And since there's, like, low staffing or something like that, like, the person that is selling the Dippin' Dots.
Yeah.
I think it's Dippin' Dots.
Love
That's the ice cream thing, right?
Like, filled with chemicals.
Probably, yeah.
But they are good.
Oh, yeah, they're so good. Anyway, like, that person has to leave or whatever at a certain point. And kids just, like, go over there and raid the whole thing.
Oh, my gosh.
And since nobody's over there. And then there's, like, a concession stand that they don't have enough people to work it. And it's just, like, food out there or whatever, like, snacks or whatever. And, like, a bunch of kids just run to it, steal a bunch of stuff. And it's, like, kids breaking stuff, kids, like, fighting. It's crazy. Dude, kids are getting out of hand these days. That 7th grade kid that you were talking about earlier.
That we were talking about. Yep.
Yeah.
Carjacked a cop. Yeah. Kids are not raised like they used to. No. That's insane.
Yeah, dude. It is. I don't know what's happening to kids these days.
I don't know what's happening, brother.
Oh, and then, like, I've reffed a couple games or whatever, and it's, like, 12-year-old kids or, like, 10-year-old kids. And they say the worst stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just... It's wild.
Like, I used to think, like, we're working at some of these schools, like, working at oh my gosh, dude, when we were in Wenatchee last, we were working at a junior high, which, side note, I always thought it was 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Mm-hmm. This one was 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, I've heard, like, different towns or, like, different states, like, it's like 7, 8, 9, or some of it is, like, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Or some of it, like, at the Mount was just 7, 8.
Yeah.
So...
I think, like, East Wenatchee is really weird. They have 3 grade schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school. So that's probably why they keep 9th at junior high.
Probably, yeah.
But anyways, like, I was always concerned, like, don't say, like, careful, there's kids around. Like, you don't want to say stuff, whatever. But these kids are worse than you, probably. I mean, they say stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, we were walking in at one point, and there's a girl, how old are 6, 7, 8, 9 graders? They're, like, 12, 13.
Something like that, yeah.
There's a girl walking in, like, looked like she was wearing a bra.
Dang.
Like, could have been, a little more than that. But, like, a lot was showing. And my brother's like, this is insane. Like, I would never let anyone go out of my house wearing that.
Yeah, it's wild, the things that kids are wearing, kids are saying, kids are doing. It's just, like...
Yeah.
We need to raise better kids.
Yeah. We got to do brother. We got to do better, brother.
We got to do brother.
It's up to us. We got to do brother. I was working at this place downtown Spokane. I think it was last week. And it's a hotel. It's the Madison Inn. But it's not like your generic, usual hotel. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's pretty much people that are staying there because someone they know is at the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if someone from out of town came to Sacred Heart for a surgery or whatever, they're staying at the Madison. I think it's a little cheaper.
Depressing hotel.
It's what?
Depressing hotel.
Kind of. Yeah, that's the sense you get from it. Yeah. Like, you walk into a normal hotel, and it's, like, it's quiet, but it's still, like, not depressing, you know? Mm-hmm. This one, it's just, like, it's so sad and so quiet everywhere.
Dang.
Everyone you see is, like, old or crippled or looks like they could be on their deathbed tomorrow.
Dang.
Like, in wheelchairs or walkers. Mm-hmm. Like, some of them are older, but they're clearly, like, have a lot of kids, or they're just, like, they're clearly, like, depressed because they're there because someone, like, is in surgery or whatever, you know? Yeah. And so it's, like, it just kind of sucks working there because it's, like, we're, trying to not be like that. Yeah. But we were installing cameras around this whole building. Mm-hmm. And so there's 4 floors, and there's an elevator in the middle, and on each end of the hallway there's a staircase. Mm-hmm. On one end, the staircase is all the way at the end, door to the right, and on the other end it's like 2/3 of the way down, door on the left. And just 2 full days up and down on every floor of every corner of this building.
Yeah.
You get mixed up. So I'm going, like, walking down towards the end of the hallway to take the staircase. And I, like, walk all the way down. I turn right, and I shake the handle. And I'm like, why isn't this staircase opening? And I look, and it's a hotel room.
Oh.
I was like, crap. And I, like, book it over to the staircase and just jump in that staircase as fast as I can. Because someone's going to open the hotel door and be like, why are you trying to get into my room?
Yeah, that's so funny.
I was just looking down the whole time. I didn't even look up to see it was a completely different kind of door.
Yeah.
And tried to get into someone's hotel room. I was
crazy.
Like, get out of here. I gotta leave.
Dude, that is pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's hotels
Terrified
can be super like confusing and
Yeah.
stuff. And like kind of on the same topic of confusing, like apartment buildings that are like being built. Those can be confusing as well.
Every floor is a carbon copy of the next.
Yeah, and like you just see wood, so there's no like everything looks the same.
Yep.
And stuff, and so especially when I first started working,
Yeah.
or whatever, I was just like, where am I? Like I thought I was on one side of the building and stuff, but yeah. Anyway, on back on the topic of hotels, I went to a lot of hotels when I was younger because I would play soccer and go to, like out of town and stuff, and one of the most fun things to do is play hotel tag. I don't know why I'm doing this. One of the most fun things to do.
Hotel tag.
One of the most fun things to do is play hotel tag. Have you ever like done it with like a group of people?
No, but I've ran around a hotel with my siblings.
It is so fun, especially if there's like rooms that like your buddies are in and stuff like that. It is so fun. And like I get it as an adult, it's super frustrating when you got these kids running around hotels stuff, especially at like 8
You're
or 9
responsible
o'clock.
for them, yeah.
And it's like, but it is so fun just being like seeing someone all the way across the hotel and you're just like, they're it, and you just gotta like book it and stuff, and it is so fun and stuff.
Dude, I like, that's why I love hotels, or like the Mount is kind of like that, but but like every time I'm there, it just makes me want to like do some sort of big like tag game.
Yeah.
Like I would love to just like rent it out for a night and just do something like laser tag or Nerf gunfight or something like that.
Yeah.
Some tag, like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Just sprinting down these long hallways,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you remember, like, kind of not really the same, but playing when we were at Marymount?
Oh,
and we played, what was it?
It was
Russian roulette.
Yeah. But like, it was we called it Russian roulette, but
not.
It was like one person would
go in one room.
Yeah, one person would go, because there was a bunch of rooms, kind of like a hotel, how there's rooms down hallways. Yeah. One person would go and hide in a room, and then we would all be in like one main room, and if it was your turn, you had to go and like look in a room and to see if like if the person was in there, and then if they were in there and they scared you, or if you just found them, then you would have to go hide in a room. And if the person didn't come back after like 30 seconds, the next person would have to go. And it was so fun. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, Marymount was a blast.
It was a good time. That's that's probably my favorite memory from high school.
Oh yeah, mine too. Especially because I don't know. Yeah, it was fun. but yeah, there's something else. If I was a millionaire or whatever, I would like book a hotel room. If I was like not just a millionaire, if I was a billionaire, but like rent a whole hotel and then get like 12 buddies or whatever, and then play tag. I've
always wanted to like rent out a whole warehouse.
Oh yeah,
just the real estate, all that floor you could do something with, like scooters, like I don't know, you come with it so much stuff. Costco. Imagine, especially if it was aisles full of stuff and that's like more obstacles, and like exactly. You can jump through shelves or like on top of couches that are 20 feet in the air. Like
realistically, I don't think anybody would let you play paintball in Costco if you rented the whole thing out. It'd have to be empty. But like airsoft maybe, or like Nerf guns. That'd probably be the most realistic if you paid
name your price amounts. Like this is what we're doing, there's gonna be cleanup, like really how much,
exactly. So
that is a bucket list thing for me.
That
I
would be
love to do
so
that.
cool.
It's a Mr. Beast type of thing.
Oh, yeah, that is a Mr. Beast.
We
type
rented
of
a warehouse for 24 hours.
Yeah, we rented Sam's Club or we rented Costco.
Exactly.
Yeah. We didn't we're not going to steal anything.
Yeah.
We'll put down a
Like, you
deposit
can
if anything gets stolen.
You can have employees here, like security or whatever, if you want, but
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That would be so fun.
Keep the food court open.
Dude, that would be fun.
Dude.
If we ever get tons of money, that would be a cool bachelor party.
Yes.
Dang.
Yes.
But
yeah. Anyways, that's all I got written down.
I think talked about that. I have one more thing, I think. How long have we been going?
Hour 7.
Oh, cool.
I think we'll cut out a bit of it, but yeah.
Yeah. Celine had a baby shower. Celine had a baby shower this last week.
Mm-hmm.
For her because she's pregnant.
Oh,
like we already established.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if.
Well, we brought it up on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. But you're like, Celine had a baby shower for her. It's not like she had a shower for someone else.
Yeah. I mean, she took a shower recently.
Oh.
Luckily. No, I'm just kidding.
We don't need it. You brought that up?
She stinks. No, I'm just kidding.
While we're on the topic.
No, just kidding. But we got a ton of really nice stuff.
It's pregnancy body odor, by the way.
Yeah, it happens when you're pregnant.
Pregnancies.
Yeah, no. But it was a good shower. No, no, she got a ton of nice stuff and a bunch of cute stuff, and people were just really nice.
Dang.
Yeah, and
I walked in and saw the crib.
Oh yeah, actually we got that from Kevin and Gabi.
Nice. I saw the stroller then.
The stroller was really nice. It's a super nice stroller. It's a stroller and a car seat in one.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to go these days, I hear.
It's a nice one. But
two for one.
The old 2 for 1. But yeah, so thank you if you donated to the thanks. Giuliano and Celine baby life thing.
The tortellini baby.
Yeah, sure. You can go with that. But no, people were just really generous.
People are nice.
Some people are nice.
Crazy, right?
Dude, with our wedding too, some people are just way too generous.
Yeah.
Stop
being
man.
nice, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, some of the clothes that we got for the baby is super cute. Little lions on it, little bears on it,
Bears.
Kind of cute. Fun stuff.
Yeah, you guys are getting pretty close. 4 months?
Caitlin said yesterday that we were at 6 months, and I didn't fact check
7,
her.
8, 9. December, January, February. Beginning of
see.
February?
It was, it'll be February. What are we at right now?
November 4th.
November to December, December to January, January, February. Yeah, that makes sense. 6
Is it
months?
Beginning of February or mid?
It's mid-February.
Yeah, okay.
So 3.5-ish.
Nice.
To go. So
a bit of a stretch, Caitlin, but that's all right.
Yeah, 5.5 we would be at.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you're excused.
That hurt my chest.
Just listen to that ice cold water. Wow, refreshing. Yeah, actually, we're getting close.
You excited to be a dad?
Yeah, dude, I'm ready for it.
What are the emotions you're feeling, brother?
I'm excited. I mean, I'm nervous for the birth and stuff.
Yeah.
And whatnot. I just hope it goes well and everything. But I am excited. I think I'm getting more and more excited and less nervous. I think I'll be nervous for when it comes, and I just for the birth and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for it to be here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know the gender, and we're waiting to find out the gender.
Nice.
Yeah, and so that'll be fun. That'll be fun when they're 4 years old and they can tell us what gender they are.
Yeah. It's about time. We've been waiting almost 5 years.
Golly, we don't know what clothes to buy you.
We've just been wrapping you in newspapers.
Man,
waiting.
Finally.
Waiting for you to talk and pick one.
Yeah, golly. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're not like those.
No, not political.
Not like those people.
There was a TikTok I saw. This girl was like, our clocks go back this weekend.
Oh,
hopefully the time can go back all the way to when people knew their gender.
That's really
Remember, there's all this other one that was like, hopefully we can go back in time to before inflation or before gas was so expensive,
That's funny.
Yeah.
I've actually never heard that one before.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Not to get political or anything, but
No. Actually, I wouldn't mind if we got political a little bit. You know.
I'll always get political, brother.
Brother, I can never get too political. No, yeah.
Gas is coming down, though.
Yeah,
for real.
Actually. No.
Not in Idaho for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's still cheaper than here.
Yeah,
right.
But normally it's like 70 cents cheaper. It's only like 30 now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was it when you were over there last night? Remember?
We didn't get gas last night, and I didn't think to look, but I got gas on Thursday in Idaho, and I didn't check then.
Okay.
Okay, I think it was like at $4.
Yeah.
And here it's like $4. I saw
$4.19.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Airway
that
Heights,
low?
I got it for $4.19.
Wow. I was looking here 3 days ago or something, and it was like $4.59, and then I saw one for $4.39.
Okay.
And so, I mean, 40 cents
yeah,
cheaper.
like around where we are, like the Maverick on Francis here is probably like $4.50, I think. Yeah. But there was an Amerimart downtown that was like $4.26 or something.
Nice.
Then I was in Airway Heights and I got it for $4.19.
Then?
State Line, yeah, was still like $4. I think the Maverick is like $3.89 by now, but
probably, yeah. But I mean, it's nice to see it come down a little bit.
Election season, you know.
Oh yeah,
it always comes down.
He's got to make up for what he's done.
Well, they always bring it down at election season, so they can be like, "Look at us, we brought down gas prices."
In the last 2 months, we brought down gas prices.
I don't know why I wanted to do an accent; it just happened.
It's funny like that.
Yeah.
Dang.
But anyways, that's the political talk.
Yeah. So who are you voting for? Just kidding.
Segue right into that.
Just kidding.
Yeah. There's some other things that I'll bring up when Gianluca's back. There's a few videos I want to show you guys, so I want to get those ready for next time.
Nice.
You know.
Very nice.
But anyways, yeah.
Let's see. Do I have anything else? I don't think so.
Cool.
Right on.
Yeah, this has been episode 12, right?
Yeah, episode
12. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the two of us, not Gianluca.
Yeah, hopefully you didn't enjoy Gianluca
Hopefully
today on this episode.
Miss him too much.
Hopefully. You can only hope.
We'll just title this one No Gianluca, and that'll probably get a bunch more clicks.
Yeah. R.I.P. Gianluca.
Yeah,
actually,
German
R.I.C. Rest in car Gianluca, because he's on the road right now.
R.N.L. Rest in Leavenworth.
Rest in R.I.L. Rest in Leavenworth. Did he say I thought he said R.N. R.N.L.
Rest neath Leavenworth.
Rest
short for underneath.
Leavenworth. Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, have fun.
Hopefully you enjoy this new table.
Yeah, dude. It feels official now.
Yeah.
I mean, if we didn't feel like a podcast now,
we never will.
Just kidding. No, it feels legit.
I know. We finally have a place, and we finally have a table that'll stay, where the mics can stay on. Mm-hmm. You know, we'll get Gianluca in here.
And we'll keep him in here.
Well, we'll talk about that.
No, we'll keep him. He'll never leave.
Anyways, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Have good weeks.